Hello everyone, welcome back to another G1 Transformers review, and this review is for G1 Thundercracker. Now this was with Megatron, my first ever Transformers. Got them on the same, I believe, birthday, and really love this figure, really great. I have actually got all of the G1 jets. I even got the Sunstorm as well. I will obviously get around to doing each one in turn, but I thought I'd start with Thundercracker as he was my first one. As you can see, F-15 Eagle, as with all of the three original Decepticon jets. He came obviously in blue, which is the colour scheme which he's kept all the way through all the lines into the generation lines and that. He's got a little bit of wear here and there, but I mean, because this is my original one, obviously I've kept that regardless of the fact that he's a little bit tatty here and there. He is complete. Obviously they all came with their little undercarriage attachment, two like bomb type weapons, two fists. These are the single tab ones, whereas the later one, oh no, that's a double tab one. I think I've got mixed up then with, and that's a single tab one. I probably got mixed up with other fists from the other figures somewhere along the line there. Opening canopy on these, all of these figures as well, which is also a handy place to store the front undercarriage. And of course, yeah, just longer guns, which I actually prefer in the Decepticon jets, as I think that's better perhaps than the missiles. Although they all fire, they're I think they actually look a little bit better on the actual figure. Okay, I was transforming. I expect a lot of you are familiar with the G1 jets anyway. First of all, I take the undercarriage off. Now I usually start by flipping the rear tail wings round and flip the back undercarriage down to reveal his feet, and from that point the figure can actually stand. You can then push out the middle section. If I turn it around you might see it better. Flip those down, push these out, and they swing round. Now you can actually do it without removing the wings, if I remember correctly. You turn the wing round, bring it round to that position, get that out of the way, and I think, will it flip round? Oh, perhaps not. You can actually, well, just disconnect it. You've got to disconnect the guns anyway. I know that I used to have a knack where I could actually turn it without taking them off, but maybe just for the review it's just simpler. Bring the arms round to the side. As I say, take the weapons off the wings and swivel the black piece what they pushed into on a post round to the back, and that becomes the typical G1 style jet mode from all the cartoons. Well, that's what you get for fiddling with it too much. They are a little bit delicate and they do tend to fall off from time to time, but you have to bear with it with these older toys. Now you pull the front of the nose down, push it in and through out of the back, bring the cockpit down, and then bring that back up, and there's his head. Now obviously on the later ones, the second wave of jets, they were cone heads, so that you used to keep it out like that, but obviously that looks ridiculous. So you bring that down and round so that he's got his face in the right position. Obviously then you can tab on his hands, which just grip onto the ends of the arms. As I said, you can actually open the canopy and pop the landing gear inside there, which does at least stop it getting lost. And as I say, these are spring loaded weapons, and they do sort of stay in there just about. and of course you can put them in to his arms on the sides. I'll bring him in so you can get a little bit more detail there. See if I can pick up the face for you. It's a nice figure. I mean, obviously this is one of the real classic G1s. Like I say, it's the same, exactly the same mould as with Starscream and Skywalk, and I do have both of those. As I say, I've got all the jets, especially the Skywalk. I've got a real, although he's loose, he's a real minter. I was absolutely chuffed to pick him up because I'd always wanted him from when I was a kid, and I just happened across one that was perfect and got it at a really good price. That's about it. As you can see, I'm just swiveling around so you can see how it all works. Bit of obviously big plain wing kibble at the back there, tail wing. No real articulation on these figures other than a little bit of arm movement. Obviously you've got no head movement whatsoever because it's excuse me, part of the main bodywork, and obviously it'd be a bit difficult to do. I mean, you've got a nose cone of a plane sticking out the back of your head. But yeah, that's typical of G1, no articulation, but damn good figure from the original line. And definitely, if you're into your G1, you've got to get on the Seekers because they just look fantastic with Soundwave and Megatron all out together. Like I say, unfortunately I can't actually display all of mine at the moment, but hopefully at some point I'll get the room and then I'll be able to show my collection in all its glory. I look forward to doing that film. I'll be able to show you the amount of stuff I've actually got. And I hope you've enjoyed that review. One of my earliest figures. Maybe not one of my most favourite in so much as what it can do and features and that, but it's certainly got a soft spot because of it being one of my first ones. And that's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'll see you again.